Welcome to the Collaboration Space. I'm your host, Nancy Lucier, coming to you from InfoComm Day 2 at the AVI-SPL booth. And we've had a lot of traffic and a lot of customers talking to us about how it's no longer about managing workplace technology, voice, and meeting rooms separately, but really putting that all together to create a better experience. So today we're going to explore how workplace technology and managed services work together to give users and IT a much better experience. And that's a lot to unpack, so I have two guests joining me today. I have John Bailey, our SVP of Technology and Innovation. John, thanks for joining me today.
Thank you so much, yeah.
And also joining us is Jared Lederhandler, our VP of Global Services. Yep. Jared, thanks for coming today.
Thanks, Nancy, absolutely.
So John, let's kick it off with you.
Okay.
You know, we're hearing from a lot of our customers that there's expectations are changing constantly. What are you hearing from IT leaders about what they want to accomplish to create that better experience?
Yeah, I would say as we stand here in 2026, it's all about optimization. And what I mean by that is, if we look at refresh cycles of around 4 to 5 years, a lot of our customers are now refreshing technology that they put in right after or during COVID. And at that time, it was really sort of this mad dash to just put together any kind of solution that we could to support hybrid meetings. And so now that we've got a little bit more time and experience under our belt as an industry, I think we're looking more at how can the technology in the workplace really drive big business outcomes. So like the really big careabouts for our customers are things like, how do I make my teams more productive? How do I make them more efficient? How do I attract and retain the best talent in the industry? How do I meet my sustainability goals? And these are all things that can be driven by effective workplace technology solution and implementation, but it's going to require some different approaches. And one of those approaches is we really need to think about how we can unify all of these technologies as much as possible, both from an experience standpoint as well as a management standpoint. Because a unified experience works better for users, it's easier to use, it's more enjoyable for them, it's a better experience, and it cuts our operational costs when we don't have to manage so much different disparate technology. So we think about how are we going to unify all these digital workplace technologies together. I think the new lens is really around how do we create an experience strategy versus how do we install technology for technology's sake.
Yeah. And Jared, I know that when we have these experiences, we want to make sure that all of our technology is always up and running, effortless, there when you need it, and also proactive monitoring. Talk to me a little bit about how services plays a role in that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, great handoff from a digital workplace experience standpoint to support, because taking it to day 2 is fantastic, right? The integration, the implementation, installation, deployment, but then what do you do after that, right? You've made this large investment from an enterprise perspective, and how do you maintain that? And the maintenance of that now has changed a lot, right? It used to be very reactive, right? I walk into a room, maybe I have a challenge, call whoever I am, and they're gonna come out and help me fix that. That's become much more now to a proactive model. So we've got to find the issue before it becomes an issue, and really make sure that we've addressed it and get it more to an up and running state prior to that. I think the other thing I wanted to address from a DWX standpoint is a lot of our implementations are now moving a little more toward an as-a-service approach or as-a-service model. So it's more of a consumption-based operational model versus a capital expenditure on financial balance sheets. So I think that the dovetail between digital workplace experience and service has definitely formed a bit of more of a concentric circle approach.
And we talked about change and continuing change. With as a service, do I get to refresh my technology, on a schedule?
Absolutely, yeah. I think you had mentioned 3, 4, 5-year deployments, right? Customers take a different approach from a deployment or refresh schedule, but a lot of those as a service models now, find 36, 48, 60-month deployments, and then throughout that approach, even if it's a staggered 5-year deployment, we're going to refresh that every 5 years to make sure that you've got the latest technology, right? Here we are at InfoComm 2026, and I feel like you and I come back every year and the technology just keeps changing. So we have to make sure that we're keeping up with it as a partner, but also our clients want the latest and greatest.
Yeah. And I know that enterprise managed services, I know we just made some announcements about that. There are some changes. So talk to me about what's new and why it's important to our customers.
Yeah, absolutely. So our enterprise managed service offering came out about 3 years ago now, and it really approached global customers to make sure that we can give a standard and scalable approach model And we've always supported the conference room, which is really our heritage. If you think about, even our environment as an industry, but we've now taken that to a digital signage approach, which is obviously wayfinding, a great initiative for clients. Taking that even a step further now from a unified communication standpoint and also a voice and telephony standpoint. So we've now got all 4 of those independent pillars that really help provide the entire collaboration suite for a company. So again, all 4 of those offerings are live today.
Perfect. And so we get up and everything up and running, but we know everything's changing. So John, let me go back to you for a minute. So thinking about the IT leader perspective and thinking about the future, what do you think they could be prioritizing now to get ahead of the curve?
Yeah, well, a couple of things. I mean, first, I think we all need to think about what's our experience strategy for the workplace? What's the more holistic, big picture goals? What are we trying to accomplish? Second, I think Jared covered this really well. Observability is key. How are we going to actually manage all this technology? If we can't see it, we can't manage it. We have to wait for someone to tell us that it has a problem versus us knowing proactively. And then lastly, as we've talked a lot about this digital workplace experience, we've just launched a new program we call DWX, or Digital Workplace Experience, that's designed to help us work with our customers to develop these experience strategies, understand how do we collapse all these different disparate technologies together to make them easier to experience and manage as well. So I like to say about experience, experience doesn't care about your silos. It doesn't care about the difficulties of technology. All it cares about is, what's it going to feel like when I enter that environment from the minute I step through the door of the workplace until I go home that night. And I think that really needs to be what our focus is moving forward.
I'm reminded of the old poster of the duck, just swimming along very calmly, but underneath those feet are going. Are we the feet?
For sure.
Absolutely.
Right? I think we talked a little bit about it. John and I were on a panel in Dallas, and I think it's standard experiences with premium moments, right? Because we want technology to work in the background. We don't want it to be about technology.
Yeah, there was a great speaker just this morning here at the InfoComm show who was talking about when we do our job as best as we can, what we do is invisible.
Yeah.
Right? You don't see it, you don't notice it. All you know is, wow, that was amazing.
Smooth glass.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
That's right.
Wonderful. Well, John and Jared, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. I know it's a busy day. You've got to get back on the show floor. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Nancy.
Appreciate your time.
Really appreciate
Appreciate
it.
it,
your time.
Nancy.
Thank you.
And to our listeners, thanks for joining us once again. Don't forget to subscribe to the Collaboration Space on YouTube or your favorite podcast app. And if you are at InfoComm, don't forget to visit AVI SPL in the Central Hall at booth C5601, and then go across the aisle to 701 to see a Symphony demo. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time in the Collaboration Space. For more information, visit avispl.com.